Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Week 2 Group 1 race of Dragon Warrior Randomizer's Winter Tournament. I'm Apex Corvid, and joining me in the booth is Zatrex17.
Hope everyone's ready for a good race tonight. We have an interesting flag set this week. We're looking at a small map, but with Big Swamp on, which always comes with its own set of challenges. Helping out the players is going to be random monster experience and gold, which means you could walk out of the starting area and immediately kill a slime for 300 experience. Doesn't always go that way for the players, but when it does, it creates an interesting balance when combined with Big Swamp. We also have very fast experience on, so the players are going to be leveling up much quicker, which may drive our trackers crazy. Summer sale, not random weapon prices as it says on the screen, bit of an error there, but all of the weapons are going to be cheaper. No armor in Charlock, and some alternate run algorithm shenanigans, and we are getting started.
Now, the thing we're all hoping for, and we will keep an eye on as soon as people step out of these stairs, is with Big Swamp, we could be looking at a swamp-locked start.
Now, it's always a risk with Big Swamp. It's slightly mitigated by this random monster experience. You have a chance there to kill something real quick before the swamp kills you and get that level boost that you need.
And starting us off, it looks like we've got armor, herb, and gold in the top chest. Holy smokes.
Stones of Sunlight in the treasury. And it doesn't look like we'll be getting a gold grind unless there's something in the basement.
One interesting thing about these flags is this red slime could give a massive amount of gold. So I don't think we'll see a gold grind too early unless we've got very expensive stuff very close to the start.
We've got Hoodie and Destiny heading back to the basement.
Did we just see 24 hit points?
Looks like it. HP is rocketing up already.
And the Stag's off to a big start. Already at level 5, we see 35 strength, 30 agility, 78 hit points, so there's already some survivability.
And it's Grave in the basement. Both Destiny and Miplet are taking a chance at trying to reach those... oh, I'm sorry, that's Mountain Cave, I think. Going for a treasure chest if they can.
Temptation is definitely there when you've got that many treasure chests that close to start. Let's see if it pays off, because 200 experience goes a long way towards getting you going. And we see 8, 3, 5, 16 on the next level for Stags. So some very solid gains. That was a single level from 5 to 6.
Miplet makes it to the grave chest as I continue to waffle back and forth, and does find a gold grind.
It'll be very interesting to see if Miplet's able to turn that into an advantage here by finding a town that maybe some of the other runners haven't seen on their screens yet, and spending that money on something to get an advantage.
And with the summer sale flags on, he's not going to have to get as much saved up as he normally would, and may even be able to afford a death and still snag that flame sword if he comes across one.
One thing I will say is with this flag set, things come fast and furious. We've got 3 level 7s, we've got Erdrick's armor, we've got Stones of Sunlight, and we haven't even seen more than a couple of screens off of the start point here.
$185 experience from the wolf. That's going to be a juicy one.
Yeah, that's one that you get really tempted to settle down and grind on. And I think I just saw 136 from Metal Scorpion as well.
Destiny picks up Erdrick's sword out of Mountain Cave on the first chest. Ooh, and this golem might send him home.
Destiny manages to escape. Now, picking up Erdrick's sword on this flag set is a huge boon to our runners, especially if they start getting gated by stronger enemies. Because there's one little anomaly with this flag set we briefly covered early on, but there's no hurt more. So after a certain point, it's all up to you and your ability to whack the monsters in front of you.
Yeah, picking up sword this early also opens up the window of monsters that you can knock out in search of, the big ticket monster with the hundreds of experience. We've seen the wolf already. I'm not sure if I've caught anything else that's 100 plus.
And there's Erdrick's token. We are one item away from having all of the ingredients to bake the Charlotte cookies and get access to the Dragon Lord. I'm not sure who rolled this, but it feels like they may have had a bus to catch, because this is going quick. Now, I've only played these flags a little bit, but Zaytrex, what's going through your mind when you've got Erdrick's armor in the start, you've got decent enemies this close, you're 5 minutes in, and you're starting to see triple-digit hit points?
I'm keeping my eyes out for the Death Necklace for sure when my HP's this high this early. And I'm also, once I've got sword armor and I'm most of the way to my homework being done, I'm looking for that grind spot. I'm looking for a desert or mountain tile that has that 100 plus enemy, maybe multiple, that you can get those kills on. Honestly, if I'm Destiny, I might just hang out here in mountain and kill wolves, but we'll see what he decides to do.
Absolutely, a very valid strategy too, because if you think about it, if you're one item away, if you've got the sword, if you've got the armor, and you're getting levels left, right, and center, if you get close to go mode, you can repel everything and just explore at your leisure.
We've got Miplet and Cole, nothing on the search tile. He does find the silver shield, which after that gold grind is a big find for him.
So the gold grind pays off. Seeing
gold
very
grind's
similar...
always a major temptation on a small map with no keys. Do you get the dragon sickness at the start of the seed or not?
Now we're seeing the runners bunched pretty close together here with experience as well. So this is a very good group as far as parity.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's pretty content to push out. Nobody's really found the perfect spot for them in terms of the grind. So they're, exploring, killing, seeing what they can stumble upon.
Was that a Magidrake with 326 experience? Oh, that was a Drakima. I think Stags may have found it.
Oh, yep, Desert Tile with the wolf. Oh, I'm sorry, Stags. Miplet's hanging out in this desert killing wolves. We'll see what else Stags finds down here in bottom of grave, it looks like.
Hoodie Touche has just got the news, and they are on the Diamond Room of Deep Grave. One thing I have noticed with these random experience, random gold flags is proper use of repel is huge here. Because if you use it too early, you're repelling weak enemies that you can just bank experience on. But if you don't use it late, then you're taking encounters that you don't even want to see, because it's very easy to level ahead of your exploration.
Getting the Remolder chest. Death Necklace.
That sure beats a pair of wings. That's what I usually find. That or the old classic, the 2 keys for 1 key. But we don't have to worry about that on these flags.
No, we do not. That's gonna be advantageous with the HP being this high. High likelihood of them using the Death Necklace on the Dragon Lord. Things keep going the way they're going.
And that being said, level 10, we're hanging out at 85 attack power. It could very easily stagnate, and we might see, necessary Death Necklace, as you said, and this could go, a lot of rounds with the Dragon Lord unless we start to see some breakout levels.
Looks like Demon Knights are worth 220, another good target.
That's a good amount of experience, but Demon Knights, they are the bane of my existence.
I'm sure many players share that view.
Hags managing to take down a very dodgy werewolf, but only rewarded with 22 experience. Looks like Stags is about to finish up the mountain cave and get the news. Everyone else is expanding on this map, so I think we're going to start seeing a lot more ticking over on those trackers very soon.
Yeah, it looks like Miplet and Hoodie are about to share a high five, if I'm reading this map correctly.
And at this point, everyone but Hoodie and Miplet have sword and armor. Once they find the sword, they'll know that it's find the harp and you're ready to go.
And Harp being the last thing to find is going to create an interesting variance here as the runners end up in different directions. The person who finds Harp before the turning cave is going to have a major advantage, depending on how far apart they are.
Oh, especially given how bunched up we are with experience here. We're seeing within 900, so, a couple minutes of grinding, but still, for as far as we are in the seed, there's not a lot of separation between the runners yet. So right ordering everything on the map is going to be crucial here. Now, did we see a coordinates check?
If anyone else found Cantlin, I missed it from looking at another screen. Maybe chat can let us know. I don't think Miplet has gone down there yet.
And we have radishes, best in the nation.
Yeah, this is a really interesting group of runners to have together. These are all people who play fairly regularly. Everyone but Stags, this is their second Winter League. They were all here last year. Stags is on his fourth Winter League, so he's kind of got the experience advantage, if that's a thing, having done this 4 years in a row. But I'm sure they're all hungry to make bracket this year. So they're going to be looking to get the points.
And we get the news that there are no coordinates. We must go and fight. We've seen a lot of checks now, too. Miplet taking down a Demon Knight and getting 200 not-so-easy experience.
Yeah, so at this point, what is outstanding? We were missing Hawks. I don't think we've seen Tablet Cave yet. Have we found a curse spell?
Destiny of a Dragon Warrior. Got through Hawks, got the Silver Harp.
Right, so the hunt begins for Staff Cave.
That's just it. And you brought up an excellent point earlier. Destiny right ordered finding the harp. Now, I haven't been keeping track of the map here at home, but if it's not a linear seed, if it's harp one direction, Hawksness the other, that could be, minutes of advantage. And we may see Destiny settle with the large shield. 10 defense disadvantage to the runners with the silver shield, but sometimes the shield you can afford is the best one to get you through the game.
Exactly. With the HP and MP being where they are, just at level 13, I don't think we're going to be hurting for resources on that end. You can afford to take some bigger hits from the Dragon Lord, yeah, with that buffer.
And it looks like attack power has been steadily increasing. We went from 85 a few levels ago. We're now sitting at 100. So we're within eyesight, but still a ways to go.
Yeah, it looks like Destiny also has the experience lead on top of having the majority of the homework done. So he's in a fairly good position here, barring how the end game grind goes and who settles into what area of pulling ahead.
And Hoodie Two Shoes gets the news about the coordinates. Now, not long after Hawksness, or not long after Cantlin, Destiny of a Dragon Warrior did find Hawksness and that harp. Let's see if Hoodie goes the same direction.
It looks like he's looking at that Demon Knight grind.
That is certainly one way to get ahead.
Oh, and Destiny got the football block in Garanham. There he goes.
And the fighter's ring, when the rich just keep getting richer. And we've got harp. Destiny of a Dragon Warrior has right-ordered finding the harp and turning it in. I don't believe we've seen the Raindrop Cave yet, but that's about all that's outstanding.
If I'm watching correctly, it looks like Miplet just passed through Swamp Cave. So we may be dealing with a new area down in his little corner of the screen here.
And it looks like Hoodie Two Shoes has indeed settled into that zone to grind up some experience. 126 for a Magiwyvern's pretty good. 200 for a Demon Knight. I'm not so certain. And we've got our second runner in
Hawks. Yep.
I don't know about you, Zatrex, but whenever I see an Axe Knight, my first instinct is to hurt Morit. And on a seed like this, you just can't scratch that itch.
No, you cannot. Possibly the saddest part of this flag set is not being able to blast things away. Especially when you know that they're only worth 5 experience and not worth your time.
You love to see it. All that work for 5 experience. Now, with the seed this fast, if you're Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, how are you feeling, Zatrex? You feeling good about the right order? Are you nervous because someone could have already grinded up to level 20?
I'm mostly terrified that I'm going to make a mapping mistake at this point and not be able to find Rainbow Drop Cave anywhere.
Well, we've got a cave on screen within eyesight of Sharlock. Is it going to be this easy?
Nope, Tablet Cave.
I don't think there's anything we need in Tablet Cave unless you're really a fan of the Fairy Flute. And chat calling out that there are indeed underground demon knights, the most invisible of all foes, so this seed has been blessed.
Hoodie continuing this grind in the desert, which apparently also has the wolves there, so this is an especially lucrative spot for him to pull into an experience lead if he hasn't already.
So that's 3 fairly good enemies in this zone. Wolves, Magiwyverns were given, I believe, in the 130s, and then the questionable above-ground Demon Knight, not as good as its invisible brethren. And it looks like they are off to about a 1,200 experience point lead over the nearest Miplet. Destiny has the exploration advantage, the exception being where the heck is the raindrop cave? Let's see how big of a advantage, being that far ahead of everybody experience-wise is for Hoodie. And
Yeah, you have to
Miplet gets
factor in-
the staff.
So he'll be on the hunt as well. The other thing to factor in with the grind that he's been doing is if someone didn't notice that that particular group of monsters was clumped together in that particular spot, they may choose a suboptimal grinding position.
That's the nightmare on these flags, because it can go so fast in the perfect one, but you gotta find it. And if you don't find it as quickly as everybody else, you could be walking around 4 levels short of where they are and not even know it.
Yeah, but Destiny has settled into his own desert tiles. I did see the Demon Knight there. We'll see if this is the same zone or another one that happens to have them in it.
And we get our first Raindrop Cave sighting on Hoodie Two Shoes' screen, while simultaneously Stags is diving Tablet Cave. And it's more gold. Maybe that'll turn into a silver shield later. Now it looks like
Miplet about
Miplet
to
is
be
still missing the
disappointed.
token.
Yep, which means he's heading down below as well. So, to the question in chat, Dragon Lord will be standard. We do not have random monster stats on. That's what actually triggers the variance in the Dragon Lord. Only random monster rewards.
So we'll be seeing relatively vanilla Dragonlord fights from our runners, but maybe we'll see a nice cusp level where we see someone go on low attack power this seed, whereas in previous seeds we may see extremely low hit points and trying to get through.
Someone will have to do the math, but I feel like 15 is probably doable with Death Necklace, and yeah, if Hoodie can get his hands on the sword. May have to throw some Fairy Waters in there into the mix for safety, but MP may be high enough.
Yep. So Hoodie would be doing 7 to 15 on the Dragon Lord with the sword. So 15 does look like a very doable level. Just gotta find everything, don't we?
Yeah, Stags is about to pick up his harp, which will definitely put Hoodie in the back seat on exploration, even though he's got the lead. But Destiny is starting to nip at his heels here.
Yeah, that token find is looming large, with our runners at the top now being just about perfect on their knowledge of where everything is, minus the Raindrop Cave. I still believe Hoodie is the only one that's found that.
It looks like Hoodie's about to find Hawksness on the other side of Swamp Cave here, so he'll be starting to catch up. Chat pointing out to us that Destiny got Rainbow Drop while we weren't looking.
It happens quick here. Stags, unfortunately, finding out that they are just short of a silver shield when they check the armor shop. We'll see if they turn around, if they score some gold somewhere. So Destiny knows where Sharlock is. They were up in the corner where a couple of the caves were, and they had that on their screen. So we might be seeing a dive in the coming minutes here. Choosing to hold on, though, at level 15 and push for more. Very interesting.
Yeah, it might be that he rightfully senses his own lead and feels like being safer on the dive with 16. Or he might just not like the math. Oh, no heal more. Thank you, chat. Yeah, you need 16 no matter what.
There you go. That is just the cherry on top of this seed.
He should be hitting 16 fairly soon here. I believe it's in the 6,000 somewhere.
Goody Two Shoes still on the hunt for that token.
Stags picks up his Staff of Rain. And here comes level 16 for Destiny. 305 sleep and heal more.
It ain't a lot, but it's enough. So here we are, 26 minutes into this seed. We're already in go mode. That feels extremely fast to me. What's your experience been on this flag set, Zatrex?
This is pretty zippy for this. I mean, this flag set is zippy on its own. Yeah, getting that close to a half hour, that's pretty fast.
It certainly helps.
I was averaging about 40 in practice, I think.
Oh, nice. Very nice. It certainly helps, and one of the big limiting factors on this flag set is Big Swamp. But if you start with Erdrick's armor, that's just an aesthetic detail.
It's true. Just the fact that the swamp tiles have a slight stutter every time you step on one can slow down this flag set.
And get your rainbow emotes out in chat. Our first runner, Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, has begun their dive. So at 120 MP, at 8 MP a cast, that's 15 heal mores in the tank for Destiny.
And Miplet finds his token.
Meanwhile, Stags has the drop and is a couple fights away from level 16 as well, so the race is on. We did see a spell cast from Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, taking them down to 14 heal mores. But, you know, that could be the move if it prevents you from having to deal with a very difficult enemy.
You have to imagine he's feeling fairly safe with this dive. The alternate run algorithms combined with easy Charlock, it doesn't stop you from getting run blocked, but you're much less likely to just get blocked over and over and over again by one enemy than you would in a normal run. So you're significantly less likely to have to burn a heal more on the way down.
So with those improvements, does it feel fair?
Fair, yes. Less interesting for me, I think so. I feel like it takes some of the drama out of your Charlock dive. But, you know, not getting back-attacked by 6 red dragons in a row is always nice.
Well, it's nice when you're running, but I'm sure our viewers like a little bit of interesting behavior.
Alright, Miplet settling into this desert, it looks like, to work on his grind.
I believe that was the same zone Destiny was grinding in as well.
Yeah, I think he's just, he's steps north, actually. But I believe it's the same zone. We'll see if the wolf shows up. Otherwise, this might be an example of that slightly less optimal zone. Although he's getting a lot of 100+ enemies, so who's to say?
And Destiny is on the final floor, rounding the bend. We're about to find out who the employee of the month is.
Meanwhile, Hoodie is getting very close to his token. He is in Mountain Cave. Armonite on this final spike tile, just to be mean, but Destiny cuts through it pretty fast.
Nearly a full stack of herbs going into DL1 with 14 heal more casts on, I believe it was 134 total attack power. You're feeling pretty good right here, but this game is still going to do its thing. Oh, 136 after Death Necklace.
Yeah, it's exceedingly comfortable. I don't anticipate much issue here.
Have we jinxed it yet?
Let's say how easy it is a few more times.
Immediately applying the Death Necklace. Let's see if Dragonlord 1 chooses to behave. Stop spell second attack. That is lovely. An attack. You're at 107 hit points. You're burning through here. You're off to DL2. Let's see how it goes. 17 opener and a low attack of 25.
28. 39. 56. 73. You can hear the doubt in my own math. 85. 96. 112. 125.
We get a double.
134. 143. 152. And that does it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please get your GGs out in chat. Destiny of a Dragon Warrior has defeated the Dragon Warrior at 33 minutes. Final time pending.
And meanwhile, we've got both Stags and Miplet in Charlock. Stags came in here at 15, just shy of the level, likely banking on getting 16 as he dove.
I'm not sure who rolled this seed, but they must have had a butts to catch.
And we've got Hoodie hitting his 16 on his favorite grind spot.
Meanwhile, Stags has reached the final floor and is hot on the heels of Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, vying for second place.
It looks like we have Destiny in chat. Welcome, Destiny. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Holy cow, that was something.
GG. How did you feel about your routing in this seed?
Darn near perfect. Few things, like if I wouldn't have gone down and peeked at Grave in the very beginning, it probably would have been 95% perfect, but I'm very happy. Very happy with how it all turned out.
Well, we were watching along, and it looked right order to us for that difficult chain at the end, trying to find the dang harp, trying to find the heart cave, and then where the heck did the raindrop cave go?
Yeah, it took a little bit to wander around to find the Rainbow Drop Cave, which I was dreading. It seems like I've been burned a lot of times on exploring for the last possible location. This time didn't take too long. Small maps certainly helped, and yeah, right ordered everything. I was thinking the way through it that I could have been exploring in different directions and how other folks might be doing it, but it's still, with a very fast seed like this, the adrenaline was pumping. It was just go, go, go the whole way. I was sweating and rocking and everything.
Now, you bring up a good point. This was a zoomer, and one of the big enablers to that was the early Erdrick's armor. Now, when you pop that, are you excited? Are you excited to get out in the world, or are you nervous because everybody else has it and you know you've got to play perfect?
I am nervous for that exact reason. You nailed it, because I know it's going to be a fast seed, and it's already a fast flag set overall this week, and so any little inefficiency is going to be costly, especially against Hoodie, Stags, and Niplet, three awesome runners. The heart was pumping from 30 seconds in.
Yeah, well, right now we've got Stags on deal 2.
Oh, please go ahead, Zatrix.
Stags on deal 2, Niplet starting deal 1, Hoodie is in Charlock, so everyone's coming up.
Amazing parody, and you called it, Destiny. I believe 2/3 of the way through this seed, everybody was within a key item of each other and less than 1,000 experience. It came down to exploration luck and who had the best grind. There was a good grind and a great grind available.
Yeah, I felt pretty good stumbling into the Demon Knights, I think, in Mountain Cave and realizing they were worth 220, and then found them on the Overworld, and a couple of other good enemies like the wolves in that zone, so I knew right away what enemies I was going to be searching for and stumbled upon them in my early exploration, so I was like, okay, I've got this figured out, just hurry up and find the stuff.
Well, that was the grind of choice for everybody. There was a zone that had the Magiwyvern, the Wolf, and the Demon Knight all in the same zone, and that was number one. There was another zone that I believe was just the Wolf and Demon Knight. And you can see here on screen, one of the wonderful enemies was the Drakima, coming in at 326 experience.
Yeah, I don't think anyone landed on a Drakima grind. They popped up in a dungeon, and I don't think they ever showed up on a desert tile in the overworld.
Well, please get your GGs out for Stags28, who has just finished their seed as well at 3748. And we already have Hoodie Two Shoes on the final stretch. This has been a tight group. Destiny, did anything else stand out to you about this seed?
Not really. We about covered it. Early armor, and for me, early sword led to, you can fight and wander around and explore anywhere you want, basically. Find the right stuff as quickly as possible, hopefully in the right order, and find the grind, which identified pretty early, and about as straightforward and fast as could be asked for, or feared, depending on which side of it you end up on.
And that exploration luck certainly served you well. And I do believe we're joined in the booth by Stags28.
Hey, and GG's.
GG.
Nice win there, Destiny. That one was cooking.
Thanks,
So,
Zach. GG's
Stags,
to you as well.
Stags, we were asking Destiny, how do you feel when you start out a fast flag set like this with Erdrick's armor?
I mean, the first thing I did was laugh. I laughed when I saw it because we talked briefly. Should we re-roll if there was armor in the throne room? No, let's not do it. And then, sure enough,
You might have wished it into existence.
I did the same. I laughed so hard when we had armor in the throne room. Not only just because of the flag set in general, but because, yeah, Stags, Hoodie, and I had the conversation in the race room beforehand.
I voted for no armor, no reroll. So I laughed obnoxiously when that.
Well, I think everybody's going to be talking about armor before their race to try to wish it in existence. And we do have Miplet finishing at 38.52, just over a minute behind Stags 28.
yeah, I'm seeing Hootie with the Dragon Lord here. Oh, and bummer. But to be at 40 minutes and in fourth place on the Dragon Lord is just crazy.
And that's an unfortunate death to the Dragon Lord. Hoodie Two Shoes has forfeited, so please get your GGs out for Hoodie, who was actually leading in experience at one point. It was just the Mountain Cave and the token was the bottleneck there. And as Destiny, as Stags have alluded to, a seed like this fast, it's all about exploration and a little bit about luck.
Yeah, I don't even have my bearings caught yet. Yeah, it went really quickly. But thank you for being on mic tonight and pushing the buttons, everyone. I'm looking forward to actually having a look at this.
It was definitely an entertaining one on our side. And big shout out to RG365 and Artorias, who have been flipping those buttons. I'm having a hard time keeping up just with what's happening on screen. They've got to track 4 people at the same time, flip the switches, and I don't believe they missed a thing.
And at lightning pace, too. I have a little tracker that I keep, and I couldn't keep up with it. I think I finally put my starting entry in, maybe 8 levels in. I finally caught up.
Well, 8 levels was about a minute into the seed.
It took a bit.
That's what it felt like on our end. Our heads were spinning.
Yeah, I want to say GG's to my fellow racers, Stags, Miplet, and Hoodie. I was really excited when I got this group this week.
Awesome guys. We all visit each other's streams and raced against each other many times, and I knew it would be very close and really tight no matter what type of seed was rolled, and I wasn't wrong there. And I also want to thank the volunteers tonight, our restreamers and commentators and trackers, and looks like we didn't get paid by the hour, fortunately, on this one.
You are right about that. And everyone in chat, again, all 4 of these runners are just amazing, especially at these varying flags. So please give Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, Stags 28, Miplet, and Hoodie 2 Shoes a follow. And to Zaytrex here in the booth, GG on your first round of commentary for Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Thank you. It was good times and extremely quick.
Yeah, no time to overthink anything today. Don't worry.
It was go, 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 and miss half of what happened.
Yeah, and to echo Destiny there, thanks again, everyone. GG's on your win. And I look forward to playing some of those standard races with you guys again in the spring and summer.
Absolutely. I know I'm personally looking forward to all of the races still to come this week. We've got a full slate tomorrow, a couple of races on Friday. In the meantime, a huge thank you to High Spirits for being the restreamer here and getting all of us organized so that we can put the show on for you tonight.
All right, it looks like we'll be raiding over to Angel FM, who is doing a Z1R race right now.